boys.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
we're the only girls. Yeah.
It seems like there is a pattern.
Okay, well, she was born in March, and my due date was March 27th. And I actually was induced. I was telling Jeannie the other day, actually, it's probably not a choice that I would go along with again. At my doctor's office, he would only let you go a week past your due date. And I probably could have fought that a little bit more, but being pregnant and tired of it and eager, I said, okay, like, I'll do it. So the day after my due date, actually, we went in, and they started Cervidil that night, which is like a softener for your cervix.
Yeah.
And at 5:30 in the morning, they administered my Pitocin. And what? They administered my Pitocin, and they actually couldn't check how dilated I was the whole entire time, so they didn't do like vaginal checks of my cervix because she was so low they couldn't reach. The doctor tried and tried, and it was hurting me too bad. So the whole entire time I did not know how far along dilated I was. And so I think it was around 8 o'clock in the morning, the doctor came, and he tried, and he couldn't do it. And I told them not to break my water because I knew that I had like that 24 hours, and they were going to do C-section, and I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I wanted it to be pushed back as far as possible. And so he came in, and I was like, no, don't break my water, please. And so he said, all right, we'll give it a few hours, and we'll see where you are. And I think it was around 9:15, 9:20 in the morning, my water broke on its own, which I was super happy about because I didn't want him to have to do it. And I actually went really fast. After my water broke, the nurse, she checked me to see how dilated I was, and she was actually able to finally do it. And I was at 4 centimeters around 9:30, and she was born at 9:49. So I went from 4 centimeters to 10 centimeters in about 10 minutes. And
wow.
Yeah, and the doctor was actually in a surgery, and they called him up, and I almost didn't make it. They're like, don't push, don't push. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not, but secretly I did. It's really hard not to push when you feel like you have to push. Like, so I just did it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm not pushing. And so the doctor ran up, he got dressed as soon as he could. The nurses almost delivered her. But yeah, at 9:49 she was born, and
I really thought the nurses were going to deliver her, to be honest. Because the doctor was running in as, she was about to push. And she was, they were telling her, stop, don't push, don't push. Just wait, he'll be here any second, I was about to run out and go get him. So.
Everyone looked at me like I was crazy too, because the nurse, she was like, oh, you're only 4 centimeters, and I was like, she left my room, and I was like, I have to push, and like, so my mom looked at the covers, and she's like, oh my god, she's crowned, and so she's like, go get the doctor, and the nurse was like, no way, I just checked her, and like, she's like, wow, you're 10 centimeters already.
The doctor came in literally 5 minutes and walked out. Baby came out, I cut the cord, it was really cool.
She came out in 3 pushes.
Yeah,
so.
really fast, But,
see, you can be in transition. Like, I'm very curious, like, how did you manage your labor? Like, did you have to manage it all in the bed? Were you allowed to get up?
For me, just sitting on the edge of the bed and like not moving.
So you sat on the edge with your legs off and just...
and then my mom, they wanted because I had Pitocin administered, they wanted to make sure that her heartbeat was being monitored. And the nurses were actually pretty good about it. They said like every half an hour, every hour or so, as long as like her heartbeat was good, that they would take me off of it so I could walk around.
And where were you? What hospital?
I was at Hill Presbyterian.
That's right,
Medora.
okay.
Yeah, and I had Dr. Kazar.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah. But yeah.
I was sitting there massaging her back. I'm just going to do whatever she asked for, and ask her, can I do this? Don't forget about different positions, because that's another thing. But, we didn't really have to, you pretty much did the C-section, right? The C position for most of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but, some people in different positions work. So do different things and see what works for you personally. That's what I would say.